Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Have you ever experienced the overwhelming sensation of a mind swamped with incessant chatter, the torment of being unable to make a decision, or the stagnation caused by excessively analyzing every possibility? It's a common plight, where we find ourselves obsessively replaying past interactions, forecasting potential scenarios, and attempting to navigate through a maze of hypotheticals. In this session, we're going to address this issue directly with 10 actionable Stoic techniques designed to master the art of overthinking. For those eager to escape this vicious cycle and regain control of their mental clarity, don't forget to activate the notification bell and subscribe. Let's begin our exploration. 1. Perceive your overthinking as a distinct entity. Much like a dense fog that unexpectedly envelops a previously clear landscape, overthinking can subtly emerge from a solitary concern or notion, swiftly ballooning to overwhelm you. This phenomenon is all too familiar in our modern era, characterized by a relentless barrage of information, akin to being caught in a hailstorm. Our consciousness becomes inundated with speculative thoughts. What if, what next, or what might have been? Marcus Aurelius, the revered Stoic emperor and philosopher, once remarked, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Hence, our inaugural strategy involves conceptualizing overthinking as an independent entity. The aim here is not to vilify your thoughts, but to acknowledge that they do not define your essence. Rather, they are intruders upon your tranquility. Envision these intrusive thoughts as fleeting clouds over a steadfast mountain. You embody the mountain, grand and unyielding, enduring as the clouds meander past. But how does one repel these intruders? Stoicism offers a valuable lesson in passive observation. Envision encasing these thoughts in a bubble, observing as they gently drift away. This visualization not only diminishes their impact, but also bolsters the realization that thoughts are ephemeral. They possess the capacity to disturb your serenity only if you cling to them, granting them dominion. Engaging in this visualization cultivates a mental reflex that aids in disengaging and releasing these thoughts before they escalate into a tempest. As you refine your ability to differentiate yourself from this onslaught of overthinking, it becomes easier to recognize that your identity transcends your thoughts. This realization serves as a protective barrier, akin to using earplugs amidst cacophony. It necessitates a conscious, persistent effort that fortifies with daily practice. Whenever you catch yourself in the throes of overanalyzing, pause and envision the thought as mere noise, superfluous and detached from your true self. In doing so, you not only shield yourself from the grips of overthinking, but also reclaim your mental space and calm, one deliberate step at a time. 2. Regain command by redirecting your focus. Have you found yourself tumbling into a vortex of what-ifs and catastrophic forecasts, looping through the same anxieties repeatedly until you feel utterly drained? It's akin to having numerous browser tabs open in your consciousness, each blasting a video at full volume with no way to press pause. This type of mental juggling act has become a defining trait of contemporary existence, where the demand to keep abreast of everything fosters a perpetual state of overanalysis. However, akin to a disheveled workspace requiring organization, a congested mind necessitates clearing. Shifting your mental focus is not solely about attaining tranquility. It's about reclaiming authority and silencing the incessant chatter of what might happen to savor what is happening. Seneca, a venerable Stoic philosopher, encapsulated this notion eloquently. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. This profound insight lays the foundation for regaining control by redirecting your focus. To cease the cycle of overthinking, begin by anchoring yourself in the present. Concentrate on a specific task, no matter how minor, and devote your energy toward its completion. This realignment draws you away from the speculative maelstrom of future what-ifs and roots you firmly in the present. The method is straightforward yet impactful. Immerse yourself in an endeavor that demands your undivided attention. It might be something as mundane as tidying up your desk, embarking on a vigorous walk, or immersing yourself in a captivating novel. These activities command presence in the current moment, sidelining thoughts of tomorrow or yesteryear. By steering your thoughts to coincide with your deeds, you are not merely diverting attention. You are asserting control over your mental energy's direction. Stoicism does not advocate for the suppression of thoughts, but rather their regulation. By electing where to channel your mental efforts, you are practicing a form of cognitive discipline. The aim is not to eliminate overthinking altogether, a notion that's far from feasible. Rather, the objective is to acknowledge when your thoughts are counterproductive and to possess the strategies to redirect them. It resembles muscle training. The more you practice this skill of refocusing, the more robust and adaptable your mind becomes. You will discover that the formidable waves of overthinking can be subdued, one deliberate act and moment of mindfulness at a time. 3. Acknowledge transience and cultivate the art of release. It's a common experience for our thoughts to become ensnared in cycles, incessantly revisiting bygone incidents or agonizing about forthcoming events. This territory is ripe for overanalyzing, where ideas tend to linger far beyond their welcome, becoming almost adhesive in nature. This predicament isn't selective, touching everyone from students anxious about upcoming tests, professionals apprehensive about their next presentation, to individuals lying awake, their minds racing unrestrained. In these moments, the ancient wisdom of Epictetus offers a refuge, reminding us, "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive." While this statement might initially appear daunting, it actually speaks to the principle of transience, a core tenet of Stoic philosophy. The essence of everything, including our seemingly obstinate thoughts, is change. Acknowledging this transitory nature can be a lifeline amidst the tumult of overthinking. To truly embody this principle involves mastering the skill of release. This mental purification involves actively letting go of unproductive thoughts, akin to tidying up one's mental landscape. Imagine a serene stream, with each thought represented by a leaf gently floating away. Or perhaps visualize them as clouds that constantly alter shape and eventually drift apart. These mental exercises offer not just momentary solace, but also foster a profound realization that thoughts are inherently mutable. Integrating this practice into your daily life can fundamentally alter how you interact with your thoughts. It's less about forcibly expelling them, and more about granting them passage to exit. Releasing these thoughts isn't a sign of defeat, but a gesture of strength. It signifies a decision to not allow unnecessary thoughts to occupy your mental domain without contributing value. As this practice becomes second nature, you'll uncover a layer of tranquility that was always present, merely obscured by the clamor of overanalyzing. Adopting a stance of acceptance towards the fleeting nature of existence does more than provide a coping strategy. It heralds a transition to a more serene, mindful state of being. 4. Establish a designated worry time. Experiencing persistent worries is a universal aspect of the human condition, akin to the constant background noise of a refrigerator. Ever present, occasionally fading into the background, yet always there. These anxieties have a way of commandeering our thoughts at the most inopportune times, whether we're immersed in work, spending time with loved ones, or attempting to drift off to sleep. It's as though our minds are theaters, and these worries are the persistent performers who refuse to exit the stage. Yet, let's reflect on the guidance from Stoic mentor Epictetus. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. At first glance, this advice might seem unrelated, yet it serves as a powerful encouragement to value our mental serenity above the fear of appearing indifferent or uninformed. Instituting a worry period is a tactical approach to allocate a specific time for these anxieties, allowing them their spotlight, but strictly as a postscript, not the main event. Designate a daily interval, perhaps 20 minutes in the late afternoon, dedicated entirely to engaging with your concerns. In this allotted time frame, delve into your anxieties, dissect their origins, and consider documenting them. What are the core issues? What is the probability of these events occurring? What actions can you take? This concentrated scrutiny often illuminates that numerous worries are akin to phantoms, imposing an appearance yet insubstantial when confronted directly. This method also trains your brain to recognize that worries are confined to a particular time, not a perpetual state. After this session concludes, you proceed with your day, having accorded your anxieties their due attention, and now you set them aside. This approach of segmentation enables you to reclaim dominion over your daily life. The objective isn't to eradicate worry entirely, a feat that remains elusive, but to manage and minimize its influence on your existence. This strategy acts as a method of mental organization, categorizing thoughts appropriately and reveling in the calmness of a well-ordered mind. You may discover that worries diminish in their intensity when they're restricted in this manner, making life feel somewhat lighter and more pleasurable. 5. Decompose daunting thoughts into manageable actions. The onset of overanalyzing can make us feel as though we're burdened with an immense rock, our anxieties as vast as the globe itself, leaving us trapped beneath the dense fog of our own ruminations. This experience is not ours alone, but a common thread in the tapestry of human experience, intensified in a society that places a premium on peak performance across various spheres. Professional endeavors, interpersonal connections, self-improvement, and societal standing. The quest for excellence can render us immobilized by hesitation and apprehension. Marcus Aurelius, in his wisdom, provided a beacon of hope in navigating this quagmire of overthinking, stating, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This powerful statement lays the foundation for our fifth strategy: converting formidable thoughts into tangible actions. When besieged by a significant concern or a multifaceted challenge, the key lies in breaking it down into smaller, digestible segments. Pose the question to yourself: what is the immediate next action I can undertake? Disregard the subsequent 5, 10, or 20 steps. Concentrate solely on the forthcoming one. Taking even a seemingly insignificant step forward can serve as a potent countermeasure to excessive contemplation. This approach is akin to methodically unraveling a vast knot by addressing each minor entanglement individually. This doesn't trivialize the complexity of your dilemmas, but rather offers a strategic pathway through them with intent and precision. The elegance of this method lies in its straightforwardness and efficacy. Every modest advancement you achieve generates momentum, and retrospectively, the once daunting boulder of anxiety has been reduced to a series of small stones you've methodically navigated, one at a time. This practice fosters patience, tenacity, and confidence in one's capacity to tackle obstacles directly. What previously appeared insurmountable is now in your rear view, with your overthinking supplanted by a sense of achievement and clarity. 6. Reorient your mindset towards appreciation. Our minds possess the cunning ability to entrap us in a labyrinth of contemplation over our deficiencies, potential mishaps, or aspirations yet to be fulfilled. This incessant cycle can sap our energy and leave us in a state of dissatisfaction. The root of overthinking often lies in a preoccupation with the negatives or the not-yets of our existence, casting a shadow over the positive aspects that are already part of our lives. Seneca wisely articulated, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." This piece of Stoic insight beckons us to transition our viewpoint from one of scarcity to one of plenitude, from a habit of overthinking to a practice of thankfulness. It encourages us to acknowledge the worth of the current moment and the myriad blessings that go unnoticed as we dwell on future concerns. engaging in gratitude yanks us from the mental mires and roots us in the fertile present where life truly unfolds. Initiate this transformation by recognizing 3 aspects of your life you are thankful for daily. These acknowledgments need not be grandiose, but they should be sincere. It might be something as modest as the pleasure derived from a well-brewed coffee, the warmth of a cherished sweater, or a thoughtful note from a companion. This straightforward act can pivot your mental focus from a whirlwind of speculative thoughts to a state of appreciation for the immediate blessings in your life. Grounding yourself in gratitude not only quiets the din of overanalysis, but also enhances your day-to-day existence. Embracing gratitude amplifies the positives in our lives and can gradually alter our internal narrative from one of lack to one of plenty. As this appreciation-based viewpoint becomes ingrained, it reshapes how we confront life's hurdles, transforming them into chances to acknowledge and cherish the good that already exists in our lives. This approach extends beyond mere momentary relief. It lays down a bedrock of joy that equips us to navigate through life's inevitable fluctuations. 7. Prioritize the process over the result. The habit of overanalyzing is frequently rooted in our preoccupation with the future, its potential outcomes, its myriad what-ifs, and the ever-looming specter of failure and disillusionment. This forward-looking anxiety can immobilize use, causing us to fixate on possible repercussions rather than on the actions leading to those outcomes. We exist within a culture that venerates results, where the conclusion is often seen as vindicating the means, leading to a belief that the journey lacks value if the destination remains uncertain. However, the wisdom of Epictetus offers a lucid counterpoint. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Stoicism urges us to concentrate on our endeavors and the intentions behind them, rather than on the unpredictable results beyond our control. This philosophy doesn't advocate for a dismissal of ambitions or the pursuit of excellence. Rather, it emphasizes that genuine worth is found in the diligence of our effort, the sincerity of our actions, and the moral principles guiding our journey. To integrate this principle, when you catch yourself ruminating on the potential outcomes of your endeavors, deliberately steer your thoughts towards the effort you're exerting. Reflect on the following. Are you exerting your utmost effort? Are your actions motivated by noble intentions? Are you remaining faithful to your ethical standards? This mindset is about immersing yourself in the undertaking at hand, investing your energy, and acknowledging that your accountability concludes there. Shifting the emphasis to the exertion itself can emancipate us from the shackles of overthinking. It enables us to inhabit the present moment, to contribute our finest efforts, unburdened by the ominous cloud of what might happen. This reorientation transforms our actions from simple means to an anticipated end into manifestations of our principles and dedication. Through this altered perspective, you discover that your journey is not merely a conduit to an objective, but a reflection of a purposeful existence, where each stride represents a triumph in its own right. 8. Embrace intentional hardship. Our thought processes can spiral into excessive rumination when confronted with the prospect of discomfort or alteration in our lives. We mentally simulate countless scenarios, attempting to foresee all possible outcomes and bracing ourselves for every conceivable challenge. This type of mental simulation can be draining. The realm of comfort becomes a confining space where personal development is hindered, with overthinking acting as its custodian. Marcus Aurelius insightfully observed, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing," encapsulating the Stoic ethos of confronting adversities directly rather than evading them. Through the deliberate practice of discomfort, we can condition our minds to better manage uncertainty and mitigate overthinking. This involves intentionally engaging in minor discomforts that push the boundaries of our comfort zones, thereby fostering resilience and flexibility. To adopt this practice in contemporary settings, begin with manageable challenges, such as enduring a cold shower, forgoing a pillow, or opting to walk rather than drive. Undertake an activity that alters your usual patterns and allow yourself to experience the ensuing emotions without casting judgment. The aim here is not self-punishment, but to demonstrate to oneself that discomfort is not as formidable as it appears to an overactive mind. The intriguing consequence of voluntary hardship is an enhanced ease with life's diverse experiences. By consistently venturing into discomfort, the unknown becomes known, and the mind learns to quiet down. It shifts from being reactionary to changes to concentrating on what is within one's control, one's reactions. This profound alteration in viewpoint not only diminishes overthinking, but also cultivates an inner resilience that remains steadfast amidst the fluctuating tides of life's situations. 9. Contemplate life's impermanence. In the throes of overthinking, we often find ourselves excessively fixated on the minutiae of our daily existence, losing grasp of the broader context. Our minds become ensnared in a web of "what if this occurs?" or "what if that fails?" leading to a skewed perspective. This narrow focus can amplify trivial matters into seemingly insurmountable obstacles, monopolizing our cognitive resources and vitality. Seneca poignantly observed, "We are not given a short life, but we make it short, and we are not ill-supplied, but wasteful of it." This reflection serves as a nudge to ponder the ephemeral nature of our being. Every instant spent in the grip of over-analysis is an instance of life uncherished, an opportunity for joy and experience overlooked. Stoic philosophy encourages us to evaluate whether our current preoccupations will be of any significance in the vast expanse of our life's narrative. To mitigate overthinking, it's beneficial to periodically zoom out and assess our existence as a whole. Acknowledge that numerous concerns that dominate our thoughts are fleeting and, when viewed from a wider lens, trivial. Whenever you find yourself besieged by thoughts, take a moment to reflect on the brevity of life. Question whether the current spiral of overthinking merits the precious moments you possess. By mulling over life's fleeting nature, we instinctively reorganize our priorities and worries. This perspective is not an invitation to dwell in gloom or detachment, but an encouragement to value the present and concentrate on what genuinely holds importance. It serves as a potent remedy for overthinking, as it shifts our focus to the immediate, enhances our appreciation for the present, and lessens the burden of future-centric fears. Embrace the transient essence of existence not as a cause for concern, but as a backdrop for painting a life rich in presence and active engagement. 10. Harness external insights. At times, navigating the labyrinth of our own psyche can lead us deeper into bewilderment and excessive contemplation. We attempt to unravel a conundrum only to be met with an ever-expanding array of pieces, rendering us immobilized. This encapsulates the quandary of overthinking, an endless loop confined within our mental boundaries, often devoid of a discernible way out. Seneca, renowned for his sagacity, advised, "Consult your friend on everything, especially on those matters concerning yourself. His counsel may then be useful where your own self-love might impair your judgment." This advice embodies a profound principle that can steer us through the tumultuous waters of overthinking. The Stoic philosophy advocates for the pursuit of external perspectives to disrupt the cycle of introspective brooding. This could manifest as the fresh viewpoint of a confidant, the unbiased guidance of a mentor, or the enduring insights offered by literature. In contemporary terms, seek out individuals whose judgments you hold in high esteem and confidence. This could involve someone within your social sphere or a seasoned professional equipped to offer direction. Discussing your dilemmas with them can aid in dual aspects. It brings clarity as you verbalize your internal debates, and it facilitates the reception of impartial advice that might have eluded you amidst your overthinking. This approach extends beyond merely furnishing pragmatic resolutions. It underscores the irreplaceable value of human connection. Sharing our challenges tends to alleviate their weight, not as an indication of vulnerability, but as an affirmation of our collective resilience as social entities. Allow the insights of others to illuminate your path out of the shadows cast by overthinking. With each dialogue, the puzzle starts to appear more manageable. Not because the issues have diminished in complexity, but because you are no longer confronting them in solitude. Which of these strategies struck a chord with you? We invite you to share your thoughts and reflections in the comment section below. The insights shared today are mere waypoints on our collective journey towards deeper understanding. If you cherish the quest for knowledge, consider subscribing and liking this video. Let's continue on this journey together, always in search of the enlightenment offered by the teachings of the Stoic philosophers. Embrace Stoicism. I wish you a good life.